trust me, this for a fact. Some of producers who sell beats on BeatStars make more money than producers in the industry. Trust me on that.
Peace, what's going down? It's DJ Payne 1 for BeatStars.com. This is a very special interview. You'll see why in a second. But I want to introduce to you BeatStars member, 808 Mafia member, and a dope producer, Gezin. I believe that's how you pronounce it, right?
It's Gezin or Gezin. It's whatever.
I'm sure people come up with all types of pronunciation.
Yeah, it's hard because I'm Croatian, so it's like people say it's Gezin. Like that's how Sizzle calls it. That's how everybody calls him.
Gezin. So I spent all this damn time trying to figure out the proper way to pronounce it. It doesn't even matter.
It's all good.
All right, man. All right, well, Gezin, how did you, when did you start making beats?
I started making beats in like 2010, 2011, when I heard BMF. Like when I heard that track and MC Hammer on Albert Anastasia EP, I was like, wow, like I gotta start doing something.
Have you since connected with Lex Luger then, since he was such a big
Yes,
influence?
I was actually with Lex in Croatia for a couple of days. He had a DJ set at the Outlook Festival, so I was there with him. Make sure he had a good time.
That's crazy. I'm sure he did. I've never been to Croatia, but I imagine it's pretty turned up.
Yeah, it was great. He had like 3 DJ sets in like 2 days. We did a boat party, like 2 regular sets. It was amazing.
That's cool. You kind of have to appreciate that circular journey, from being influenced by somebody to really being a peer of him.
Because I started like by watching like Lex and Sizzle in the studio back in like 2011, and now I'm right next to Sizzle working together.
To backtrack a little bit, what was your very first major placement?
My first major placement was on DJ Paul's album in 2012. I did 5 songs on that album, which one of them was What I Look Like featuring Gucci Mane. So that's like my first major placement. And from that placement, that's how I got in 808 Mafia.
So how did you get 5 songs on DJ Paul's a legend, 5 songs on an American legendary Southern rappers album for a producer based in Croatia? How did that happen?
You're gonna laugh about this. So while I was starting out, like I was hitting up, how we starting out, you're trying to get exposure. So I tweeted him. I think I still have that tweet somewhere. I tweeted him, "Hey bro, I got some Lex Luger type beats. Hit my DM," and he actually hit my DM, and I sent him beats.
What year was this?
2011.
So within a year of you starting to produce, you got your very first placement.
Yeah.
And actually 5 of your very first placements, I should say.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing. I'm more surprised.
No, it's funny how it happened. Like I just like tweeted him. Like I never expected like him to reply to me. That's why I'm laughing. You feel me? And it just like I don't know. It was meant to be.
I feel like the power of the internet is going to be a major theme in this conversation that we have.
Mm-hmm.
So from that point on, you said that opened the doors for you to join 808 Mafia. Tell me that story. How did you start connecting with American producers, and how did that eventually lead to your membership in 808 Mafia?
After that video came out for What I Look Like featuring Gucci Mane, I had this lady, Marchand, hit me up on Facebook. She's like, "Look, I need beats for my son, but I don't have no money. I can get you Southside's number." And back then, Southside was like my biggest inspiration ever. So I was like, "All right, cool. Get me Southside's number. Make sure I got a phone call with him. I'll get you beats, no problem." I called Sizzle. I was so I actually asked my cousin to buy me Skype credits so I can call him because I couldn't afford an iPhone back then. Like I was broke. And he bought me the Skype credits. I called Sizzle and I started mumbling because I couldn't believe he was on the phone with me. And then he's like, "Hey, bro, I can understand shit you're saying, bro. I'm going to call you back later." Couldn't get in touch with him for 11 months. And then I was like, I seen he followed me a couple of months after on Twitter, and it was November something, and I just hit him up on Twitter "Hey, bro, I'm trying to join the mob." This is "What's up?" He's like, "Hit my number. This is my new number. My bad." I called him, and after that, it's just I'm here.
Yeah, well, you have a lot of crazy stories. So number one, thank you so much for making this interview happen, because you're leaving back to Croatia in a couple of days.
No problem at all.
That's interesting to me. I want to ask you about that because you're still living in Croatia, correct?
Yeah.
So do you find that you're able to make a living out there while still working with American artists?
Hell yeah.
This goes back to the theme, which is the power of the internet. You're obviously utilizing that to connect and stay connected with artists and
Yeah.
transfer beats and so forth.
FaceTime changed my life. If it wasn't for iPhones, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at right now. Because like you got to think about everybody got an iPhone in the music industry, and like if you FaceTime, they gonna pick up. So like after I seen like after I saw like a couple of beats online, I just got me an iPhone, and so I can talk to Sizzle and TM and Metro and everybody, like back in like 2013, 14.
Okay, so selling beats online. Let's talk about that. When did you first start selling beats online?
Right away, like ever since the start, like I was trying to I was influenced by Lex. I was influenced by Sizzle. I was trying to get some placements. I was trying to make some money because like I felt like I don't know, like this like regular job is not for me.
And have you always been using BeatStars, or did you just recently join?
No, recently because I feel like the producers on there, they're really like pushing themselves to be better and like working hard every day. Like, because you need to upload beats there. You got to maintain your YouTube channel, you maintain your BeatStars page. You got to, we got to stay focused, stay hard, stay hard working. That's what I'm like trying to do with BeatStars because I'm trying to make myself work even harder. You feel me? Because like uploading beats online requires like time, and I feel like sometimes I'm just like lazy to make beats, and I'm really trying to push myself with this.
So it's interesting too because you like you said, you started in 2011, so you're really of the newer generation of producers. There was a lot of resistance for the previous generations to get into selling beats online or licensing beats online. With you just kind of looked at it as a given, right? Because you came up in an era where the internet was really the way producers were collaborating. It wasn't even a question.
I mean, I started selling leases like 2011. It was like $20, $30, like, Western Union, because I couldn't get PayPal because like I was like, what, 16, 17? I couldn't get the card to open a bank account. It was like 18. So I was like doing Western Union on my cousin's name or something, like $20, $30. But in Croatia, that's like, $100 is like, they'll get you good. Like, because what minimum wage is like $420, $30, and like the regular like monthly wage is like what 700. So if you make like 2,000 a month, you're almost making like one of the members of the government. Feel me? Like high ranking members.
Oh wow.
So like with $2,000, you can actually live very good.
Okay, noted. Move to Croatia.
Be rich.
on top of what you just said, though, you're now in the industry, and we'll talk about more of that in a second because we have a kind of surprise bit of news. But given that you're already in the industry, you're working with these major artists, you're still licensing beats online, and you still aspire to build up that brand with BeatStars. A lot of people still can't get over this idea that the industry and the internet are two different things. What's your perspective on that, being that you're in both worlds?
I would say they are two different things because, trust me, this for a fact, some of producers who sell beats on BeatStars make more money than producers in the industry. Trust me on that. And I feel it's like two different worlds. Yeah. BeatStars producers, they focus in like, uploading more and more content, right? And like they don't rely on royalties. They don't rely on publishing checks, There's like upload beats to sell. That's it. Like they don't have to, make sure they have 10 songs or like 2 or 3 songs on next album or have single with this album. So like they don't rely on that.
Do you think those lines are good? Because you have a lot of BeatStars producers too that are now ending up, because of the internet, artists are buying their beats and blowing up. So they're kind of becoming internet producers. Do you feel like that line is starting to blur more, and those two worlds are going to start joining and melting together a little more in the future?
Maybe. I'm not too sure about that because like it's a whole different world. Like, it's very different, like selling beats on BeatStars and making beats at the industry like 24/7. Like it's different.
So you've run a lot of live streams. This goes back to you utilizing the internet. You stay pretty engaged with your fans and your supporters. In terms of your overall strategy, branding yourself as Gezin, the producer, what would you say is your most powerful branding strategy?
I just like, communicating with my fans, like giving away something, because if they supported me, like I always love to give away, I don't know, like PlayStation gift cards or iTunes gift cards or free games. Like I always like to tend to give away because like if you support me, if you pay for this and this, pay for this and that, blah blah blah. Why I don't like Like $20, $30 is not gonna hurt me. Like, and it's gonna make me happy because I've made somebody happy. You feel me?
Speaking of working with people and staying engaged, you collaborate on a lot of beats. Who are some
Yeah.
of the producers you've collaborated with?
I'm gonna put and just big producers. I'm working with Sizzle, TM, you know, Max Lord, Wonder Girl. And as far as people I just recently started collaborating with is I have Nobu, Des Wright, Nisi, who else? There's a lot of people, a lot. I'm working with a lot of people.
And I see collaborations between producers becoming kind of the new norm. A lot of people are doing that, and you're seeing it develop into these hit songs. That's kind of like the winning formula nowadays. What advice can you give producers who collaborate with each other to make sure the splits and other business elements are handled and there are no hard feelings?
Just make sure everything is split 50-50. Don't do that all plays the beat. Just do it 50-50. There's enough money for everybody. If it's a good record, it's going to get paid for everybody. So just split it 50-50 and that's it. Call it a day.
So back to Good Money and the cliffhanger. Congratulations, man. We just found out today that you were nominated for a Grammy, right?
Appreciate it. Yeah.
I was going to ask you the question, what's your biggest placement so far? This is probably it, right?
Yeah, this is the biggest placement ever.
Okay, what song is it? What album is it? This is exciting.
Travis Scott, Astroworld, and I did No Bystanders featuring Juice WRLD and Sheck West.
Okay, and you produced the entire thing, or was it a collaboration?
It was a collaboration between me, Wonder Girl, TM, Stromberg, and Mike Dean finished it, I think. So, yeah.
Okay, four producers. So that's not uncommon anymore. How did that process work, working with four producers?
It depends on the artist, what the artist says. If he says, oh, I don't like this part, you feel me? So it's just I'm down to work with 4 or 5 producers. I don't care. As long as my name on the album and everything is good between us, it's no problem.
Okay, so you encourage collaboration between producers. It seems like that's where things are going.
No, I do. Yeah, I do. Why not? There is enough money for everybody. Everybody can eat.
Look, I agree with you. It's funny that I often see a lot of paranoia when it comes to working with people, when it comes to collaborations. It's sad, honestly, because I think everybody...
I understand that too, because I collaborated with this producer from Germany, and he was I don't know if this song is going to get plays, blah, blah, blah. And a couple of days later, Juice drops a preview on his Instagram with the beat that I did with him. And I'm like, here you go. I mean, there's a preview of the song, but
oh, this is new. This is new.
This is new. It's a couple of days ago.
I wonder if because I heard a rumor that you were working on new music with Juice WRLD. Are you working with him directly, or is that something you can't talk about?
Yeah, I'm working with him directly.
Okay. Do you know what that's for? Is there any release date on any of that?
Well, I believe it's for his album.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we won't know until the album actually comes out.
I believe. I don't know. We're just making music, bro. To be honest, I'm not even worried about the release date. I just I love his music. I've been listening to his music since February this year, and I just I like the way he does my beats. I can send him trap vibes, straight savage trap vibes. He's gonna do that. I can send him guitar melodies, sad guitar. He's gonna do that. I love him for that because he can do anything.
So where are you right now? You're in the States right now. You're in LA?
Yeah, I'm in LA right now.
What's going on in LA? I assume there's some stuff going on.
I'm just making beats and playing Black Ops 4.
Okay. That's the life, man. That's the life.
That's I got my 2 HS5s right here. I got my mouse and my laptop. And that's it.
You packed those? You brought those on the plane?
No, I actually got them. Max Lord had them here, so I'm just using them.
I'm always afraid of that.
I got a pair home, waiting on me. Gotta have the fives. They're my favorite.
Well, I just used those in Atlanta recently. They're good. I consider getting them myself. So throughout your career, you've utilized the internet to your advantage, and with the internet's influence on production only increasing, I think, where do you see producers and beat makers in the next 5 years?
That's a tough one. I really don't know. I just hope the state of the producers, as it is right now, because there's a lot of bullshit going on. like, producers getting snubbed, like not getting enough credit, all that. I hope that's gonna like change because Sunny Digital and DJ Burn one, they was talking about starting a producer union, so everybody get equally treated because I feel like these artists like are popping these days because of the producers, like not even because of the stuff, because of the beats. So it's really hard to, because like if somebody asked you 5 years ago what's going to be the state of producers these days, what were you going to say?
Yeah, I don't think I would have guessed this, what we're having now.
Yeah, you like BeatStars being one of the biggest platforms to like, and not one of the biggest.
The biggest, yeah, exactly.
Like nobody.
And I think producers are in a great position right now. So I feel you. I just think I'm always holding my breath, when you see negative situations occur, especially when they're inside of the producer community. I just feel like there's nothing that producers can't handle, among themselves. And we have to stick together and build up our community so it's as strong as possible. We don't need to be fighting with each other, arguing over stupid stuff, watching each other's pockets, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I understand 100%. But also, what I want to tell all the producers: please get yourself a lawyer.
Yes.
Please don't wait when you see like an artist that's a song that's bubbling up for you. Like, get yourself a lawyer. Make sure everything is good, because the industry, it's not like BeatStars. You cannot take the song down. I mean, your beat down. They're gonna eat you up.
Yeah.
Like, I know. Be careful about that. The industry is merciless.
I encourage producers, the same way that they network with rappers, the same way they network with other producers, start networking with entertainment lawyers. Just kind of get a feel for what's out there, and
they have to. They have to. Like I'm telling every producer that's gonna listen to this, from my own experience, get yourself a lawyer.
Hey, from my own experience too, because I waited at the last minute for my first placement, and the lawyer that I got was not what I wanted him to be. I'll put it that way. Case in point. All right, so
I understand 100%, bro. 100%.
There are tons of producers. I mean, the production community has grown so much. There are so many producers, and some people look at that and say, well, the world is saturated, the production world is saturated, but there are still producers succeeding left and right. What advice could you give producers for branding themselves and setting themselves apart from all these other producers?
Just try to come up with something new. Like, I'm going to tell them, like, from my own experience, because, like, the last, like, couple of years, I had, like, beat reviews where, people would send me beats so I can listen to them on live. And every beat I got, I swear to God, every beat I got was sounding like Southside from 2010. And then when I'm telling them, hey, I don't like this because it sounds like Southside, like this is trash, they are, nah, he's a hater. I hate him. Like, fuck Gezin. Like, he's a hater. I tell him, like, your shit sounds like 2011 Southside. And like, fuck Gezin. He's a hater. He's a bitch. Like, there was like producers that when I heard them, I started working with them, and we got placements and all that. But like, you sending me Southside wannabe beats is not gonna make me work with you, because I have Southside next to me. I can call Southside right now and tell him, like, bro, I need 50 beats. You feel me? It's just like, as far as like branding goes, please try to sound like a little bit different than everybody else, so people like fuck with you. Like, if you were trying to make it an industry.
I think it's funny too, because so many producers that I talk to say, well, I gotta blend in order to sell beats, and I'm looking at the top sellers. At least online, I mean, in the industry, obviously, but at least online, they all have very unique sounds. I don't know where that attitude came from, where producers think they have to copy the trends in order to succeed. It's the opposite is true.
Yeah, I don't know about that too. Like if there was like producers or like people who, like, even producers who only make melodies, like there's people who only make melodies I fuck with, because like they send me free previews. Like, their shit was fire. I love their shit. I was like, bro, let's work. Come on. Like, they sent me like 50, 100 samples. Boom. That's how Palace, aka Dennis Berger, got in 808 Mafia. He sent me like hundreds of samples. I'm like, bro, this shit is hard. Like, I love this shit. And then I showed it to Southside. Southside told him, like, look, bro, I got a place for you in 808 Mafia. I'm like, bro, I'm vouching for this kid.
Okay, last question. So where can people connect with you on social media? Where can they find your beats?
They can find my beats at Gezin808mafia.com. That's my BeatStars website. I'm in the process of making beats every day and uploading them. I'm gonna start up my YouTube channel. I mean, it's already started up. I'm just gonna upload more and more beats every day because I'm really trying to, push myself because it's 2019. We gotta press them. I'm trying to get on 4 #1 albums in 2019. That's like my goal.
How many were you on in 2018? 2, 3?
No, it was just one. It was Astral, and Takeoff's album was number 5.
Okay. Hey, well, 2 top 10s.
2 top 5, yeah.
2 top 5s. Yeah, my bad. Much continued success to you. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and experiences with us.
Likewise.
Safe travels back. We'll have to check in again once those Grammy announcements come in.
February 10th next year.
There we go. All right. I'll have to get this interview out quick then.
All right. Thank you a lot.
All right. Peace, bro.